What's up, divas? What's up, divas? What's up, divas? What's up, divos? What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. I already know what time it is. It's Real Talk Wednesday. So what's up, everybody? I hope you all had like an amazing week. You had like a blessed Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Whenever you're watching this video, I hope you have a blessed day. As for myself, you know what I'm saying? It's Monday. After this video, I have decided to go to Savers thrift store. Because y'all know, like I already tell you guys, everything on Mondays is 50% off. When I say everything, everything. Now, you know, they have color tags throughout the week, like, you know, for a discount, but on Monday, everything is 50% off. And I wanted to go and see if I could find some scrubs for Nay, my daughter Nay. She started a new job today and she did buy herself a set of scrubs. She works at a doctor's office as one of the front end receptionists and just does the scheduling. So she started that job today. She was working from home for another company that I told you guys about, that I worked for like, what it was like 2 weeks. Well, she was working from home doing the same thing, but she just got tired of like the people. I guess, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to tell her, I think it all depends on what type of environment you're working in. So where she was working was a health center. You know what I'm saying? It was more or less, there's low income people that go to the health centers, and that's just basically what it is. And, you know, I've learned this from just working in health insurance. So like I was saying, I've learned that just from working in health insurance. So when you work at a certain type of doctor's office, it could be a health center, it could be a private doctor's office. You're going to find different type of people in those environments. And like a lot of people that she was getting over the phone when she, you know, because she was doing scheduling and things like that, a lot of people were cursing her out. They would call her all kind of, you know, unnecessary names. And she wasn't the only one. But the way this company, this employer handles it is they're not even allowed to tell the customer that they'll hang up if they continue with the bad language. No, you basically have to deal with it. And for the amount of money that you pay someone, ain't nobody about to be dealing with disrespect. Like, it's one thing if you disrespect it in the face. That's another thing if you disrespect me over the phone. You're never going to see me in person, but I'm not going to continuously allow you to just keep going and still trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? After a while, because I'm going to hang up on you. So, you know, she was working that job for a while. She just needed a change. She wanted to be out and about. She wanted to be able to socialize with people. And when she went for the interview, before the lady even put it on Indeed, it wasn't even out that they were hiring. Nay had called around at certain doctor's offices right before Thanksgiving, and the lady was telling her, yeah, we can schedule an appointment for you to come in for an interview. And they really liked her. So they had her sit up at the front desk during the interview, had lunch with her. So, you know what? She started a new job today. She does have a set of scrubs, but, you know, scrubs are not cheap. Depending on where you go. You can go to Walmart and probably get like a decent amount of scrubs. But at the thrift store Savers, they be having some nice scrubs. So 50% off. I'm going to go and see if I can find her like a few scrubs, you know, so that way she can have like a nice amount. And then I'm also going to buy some for her for Christmas off of Amazon. Because, girl, listen, I'm almost trying to wrap up Christmas shopping. You know, this is gift giving season. This is gift giving time. And I'm really trying to wrap up my Christmas with everybody. Now, here's the cool thing about my Christmas shopping. I have not left my house yet, okay? I can't even remember the last time when I was in Walmart. I haven't been in Walmart in a minute. It was probably like a couple months ago. Well, you know what? It's probably like a month and a half, 2 months ago when the last time I was at Walmart when I bought my granddaughter her Paw Patrol chair. But I don't really go to Walmart that often like I used to. I don't go to the Dollar Tree. I don't really go a lot of places like I used to. I'm more or less just anchored down. I go drop the kids off and then I come home and I do what I need to do. And I guess that's my way of saving money. So I ordered some stuff from AliExpress for Mumsy because she loves Hello Kitty. And girl, if you get it off of like Amazon or anywhere else, you're going to probably pay triple the price. So I went on AliExpress and I purchased like a bunch of stuff that was Hello Kitty related. Hello Kitty, all her little friends, a rug, a comforter, some lights, just a bunch of all kind of stuff. And normally AliExpress, some people don't really like to use it because they feel like it takes too long. Well, on AliExpress, there is a section that's called Choice. And if you order at least $10 worth of items, you get free shipping. And it always guarantees you that you'll get your items within a week. And I've always ordered that way from AliExpress, even when it came to like my beads, and your items do come within a week or so. So I ordered a bunch of stuff from AliExpress for Mumsy for Hello Kitty and things like that. And then I went on Amazon and I got my grandson the video game that he wanted. For my other grandkids that are in Georgia, I'm going to send an Amazon gift card to her or a Walmart gift card to her for them, so that way they can buy whatever they want. They can pick their own stuff out. And for my other kids, like Tati, you know, she wants like a little mini vacation, like a daycation, where she just has a whole day for herself. So I figured I would just rent out a room for her at a hotel, a really nice hotel. And for my daughter, Nay, it's like, okay, what do you want? Because what do you want me to get you? And all she said was like perfume, lotions, and I don't even know what else she said put on there, but it was very basic stuff. So, and makeup, I think she said. So I figured, you know what? I'll also throw in some scrubs. And then I'm done, okay? I'm done. I do have to buy Tinky a couple more things. I bought my granddaughter a bunch of stuff, okay? Now listen, here's the thing. It's fun being a grandparent. I love being a grandparent. But when it's to a little girl, out of 6 grandkids and I only have 1 granddaughter, girl, I bought her a tent house. This house that's a tent, but it looks like a house. I bought her that. And I also bought her a grocery store. It's just a grocery store. It has a cash register. It has shelves, and you can come in there and grocery shop, you know what I'm saying? Like, but for little kids. And then I bought her a little couch. Like, I don't know. Little girls are just so much fun. I mean, all grandkids are fun. But when you could just get all this little pink stuff and girly stuff, like, girl, she just ordered a Barbie doll house last year. She didn't even play with it. So I put that away for a later time. But yeah, I'm trying to wrap up my Christmas shopping. You know, it's gift giving. So I'm trying to wrap that up. That's about it. So last week when I was doing Real Talk, I don't know if y'all remember, but I know I mentioned it in the video. I was having a guy come to clean my carpets, okay, in my house. And he said in the window frame between 12 and 1. It was either 11 to 1 or 12 to 1, okay? Either way, it was 1, okay? But it was a window, a time frame window. I think it was 11 to 1 or 12 to 1. So anyway, was it to 2? Either way, whatever the time frame was, the time frame had passed, right? While I was doing Real Talk. And I realized the time frame had passed by 25 minutes. So the window had already passed. It was over the window, past the window, 25 minutes. So what I did was, after I got off the video doing the Real Talk, I had to call the vendor, the guy who was supposed to come and do the carpets. But mind you, here's the backstory, okay? So this young man who was supposed to come and do my carpets, his name is Chris. He's from a carpet company called R Cleaning, right? Now, I had found him this time through Groupon. But the funny thing about it was, when I had bought the Groupon and then I called him, the merchant, to schedule a book appointment, his name and his company name appeared on my phone. So I didn't really pay it too much attention, but I was like, why is his name coming across my phone? So I'm like, did iPhone put it to where they could recognize a business and the name is just going to scroll across your screen? Or is he really in my contacts? So I go to the contact, right? And then I click on it, and then I click in the messages, and there's already a thread from me dealing with this dude previously. So here's the backstory. Back in early 2023, February, okay, when I had first got the flu, I had an appointment with this young man, right? I had got over the flu and I had an appointment with him. And I found him on Groupon. He showed up, black young man, dreads, tall, you know, young. He probably like in his very late 20s or whatever, maybe 30s. So when he came to my house the first time, when I first purchased the Groupon, I didn't even purchase the Groupon. I called him and he told me he'll just give me the deal off of Groupon. I didn't have to purchase it. And we set up an appointment. I was like, okay, cool. So the day he was supposed to show up to my appointment, the very first time back in February of 2023, okay, he never showed up. He did not show up. So I called him the very next day. Okay. He tried to say he thought his appointment was for the following week. And I said, okay, well, that's understandable. We rescheduled it. Okay. He showed up. He did a really great job. Okay. He did a really great job. And I was glad with the outcome of the rugs because, for one, I couldn't find a carpet company after like the same company that I used for like 10 years since I was living here. The one dude that was working for this other carpet company, he quit on them and he was like the best one there. So I had to start searching for a new carpet company and I came across that young man, right? So when he got here the very first time, back in early February of 2023, he apologized for the last incident and he did the rugs. He did a great job. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to keep on using him. So when I was ready to do my carpets again, I couldn't remember his name and I couldn't remember what the name of the carpet company was. And I didn't even think I had it, you know what I'm saying, in my phone. And in my phone, it's not under like the carpet company. It says Christopher, and then it says in the bottom brackets, last name, our cleaning company. So I didn't find it when I looked up carpet or whatever. I searched my messages, but I still couldn't find it. So I ended up looking on Groupon again, and I thought that I found that guy again. I thought for some reason the name of his company was called Fusion Carpet Cleaning. Please don't ask me why I thought that, where I got the mix up, but whatever. So when they got here, when Fusion got here, I was so confused. I was like, this ain't the same black guy that's in my carpets before. These ain't even black guys, okay? So I just figured, oh, okay, maybe he got some workers, okay? Lo and behold, I finally find out that's not even the same person. Whatever. Now up to speed. I still was looking for carpet guys for like the longest. And that company Fusion that came here, they did like a really bad job. That's when I realized it wasn't the same young man that I first used in early February 2023. So I couldn't for the life of me remember this guy's name. So whatever, I finally go on Groupon just now, 2 weeks ago. And right before Thanksgiving, the Monday before Thanksgiving is when I went on Groupon. So I go on Groupon and I find a carpet company. And it just so happened to be that guy, Christopher, from our cleaning from back in February of 2023. But I didn't even know that. So, you know what I'm saying? I bought the Groupon with $88 and I then called Christopher, the merchant. I didn't even know his name was Christopher. I just called the merchant to book an appointment. We made an appointment for that following Monday after Thanksgiving with him, okay? I was recording the Real Talk on Monday of last Monday and he never showed up. I called him after I got done recording. And I was like, hello, this is April. We had an appointment today. And I gave him the time frame. He was like, George didn't get there. And I was like, no, George didn't come here. Now, I was not aware of nobody named George coming to my house. I thought it was going to be him. And he was like, so you didn't get a call from George? And I was like, no, I didn't get a call from anyone. This is the time frame and I'm waiting for somebody to show up. So there was like a long, quiet pause, right? Nobody was saying that because I was waiting for him to say something. So then he says, can you give me a second? Because I'm trying to text George to see where he's at. So he said, let me call you right back. I said, okay. So I waited a whole hour. Bitch, right back means not an hour, especially if I'm a paid customer already and I'm trying to get my carpets clean and you're the one who's supposed to clean my carpets. So I ended up calling him back because like, I'm not about to sit here and wait. So he answers the phone. I'm like, hello, this is April. He was like, George didn't call you? I was like, nobody called me. And then I was like, let's just speak for real. Is there even a George? Because the last time that I spoke to you, you said you was coming. I don't know about no George coming. George didn't call me. George didn't text me. I spoke to you when I set the appointment up. And funny thing is, you were already at my house before. Mind you, remember now, y'all, I told you after I got off the phone with him and I booked the appointment is when I realized that was that young man who I used. So now I can say to him on the phone when George was supposed to call me that you was already here at my house and you already did a no call, no show on me. So he was like, well, I can't get there today because I'm on the east side and you're all the way on the west side. You live in Avondale, right? And I was like, yeah, I kind of figured my carpets wasn't going to get done today because it's already now 3:00 and he was supposed to be here by 1. We need to reschedule. And he was like, well, I don't really know when I could get over to that side. So I'm like, so what are you saying? Because I already booked the appointment and I already put all my things up so that I can get my carpets clean. And I'm trying to do my Christmas decorating. I'm trying to put up my Christmas tree and I'm not about to put my Christmas tree and all my Christmas decorations out on a dirty carpet. But also you already did this to me prior back in February of 2023 when you no call, no show for our first appointment. But I'm standing here really trying to support your business because I like the way you did your carpet cleaning and I'm really trying to be a supportive. You're a black man, I'm a black woman. I'm trying to support your business. But you're telling me that George is supposed to call me and you can't get over here. Is there even a George? He was like, no, there really is a George. I just hired him 3 months ago to help me. I said, well, maybe you need to find somebody else, right? So he was like, quiet for a second. I said, listen, I'm gonna need a date and a time when you're gonna do my rub. He was like, let me look at my schedule and I'm gonna call you back or I'm gonna text you. I said, bet, because if I don't get a call from you by the end of this afternoon, this evening, I will be calling you first thing in the morning. So he ended up texting me like about 45 minutes later that he was gonna come that Thursday. When I say that Thursday, that was Monday. He was gonna come that Thursday, 4 days, 3 days later, whatever, okay? He texted me the time and he gave me the window time frame of between 12 and 2. And I was like, okay. And I'm gonna make sure sure to confirm with you also. So Wednesday night, something told me, yo, bitch, I bet you don't even get your carpets cleaned tomorrow. Don't even put your stuff up. Thursday morning, I'm on my way from dropping my granddaughter off, okay? Now, mind you, it's 8 o'clock. It's 8:30. I drive, okay, to drop Tato off to school on Thursday, all right? Now, this is like a week after Thanksgiving, okay? Last Thursday. I dropped my granddaughter off to school at like, it had to be like about 8:15 or whatever. And then I'm like, well, I'm gonna go to the dispensary, the weed dispensary, and pick me up some, some smoke. So as I am leaving the dispensary and I get in my car, it's now like 8:40. Okay. I figure you're awoke because it's 8:40. And if you do a carpet cleaning business, you should be up by now because you try to make appointments early in the morning. So you should be getting yourself together and your supplies, right? So I had already texted this man early in the morning, not early, but it was like about 8:15 or whatever to confirm the appointment. He never texted back. He has an Android, but I can see that you read it now because they made Androids to where people with iPhones will know if you read our message. So it's like about 40 minutes or whatever that he never replied to my text message. And if you have a business, you should be up and running, and that's your business phone. So I'm leaving the dispensary and I call his phone and I'm like, hi, this is April. Good morning. How are you? And he didn't answer till like the 6th ring. He was like, oh, sorry, I was getting my kids ready. I'm like, hi, good morning. Okay, well, I'm just trying to call and confirm my appointment today between 12 and 2. This is April. You were supposed to be there on Monday, but nobody showed up. And you made the appointment for today, the 5th, on Thursday. And he was like, oh, April, you're going to be mad. And I was like, what? And he was like, but I'm not going to be able to get there today. I was like, you know what? That's fine, because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just call Groupon or whatever. I'm going to contact Groupon and I'm going to get my money back because you real unprofessional. He was like, no, I was like, click, because I ain't even trying to hear nothing you got the fuck to say. I sure did get in touch with a member's representative at Groupon and got my money back. But the funny part about it is there's no funny part about it. But what the thing is with me, first of all, I don't give a fuck what color you are, what race you are, what ethnicity you are in your business, as long as you running your business legit and you do good business and you know what I'm saying, you honest and you're a good person, you got great customer service skills, you know what I'm saying? Like your business is thriving and is worth something, then I'm gonna support your business. I don't give a really fuck what color you are. But the thing that gets me is it always be the ones that be like, support black businesses, support black businesses, support black businesses. You know what I'm saying? But y'all don't even want to support your own business. You know what I'm saying? So how am I supposed to support a black business that don't even want to do their work and support their own motherfucking business? You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't really hear me saying support black businesses. I'm a black business. I do what I'm supposed to do. Like after this video, I'm going to take my ass to the post office and then I'm going to go to Savers because I have some wigs that I got to send out. Okay. I got some more on my website if y'all want to buy them. But you know what I'm saying? How you going to expect somebody to support your business when you don't even support your own fucking business? That's what I'm talking about. It always be the ones that don't really want to do nothing. I want to say support some shit. Like you don't even support this shit. When I tell you I was so fucking pissed off that I supported his business, like I said, I didn't care what color he was, but I felt like he did good work. But you lazy. He's like, well, I've been doing this 11 years. You've been doing what 11 years? Scamming people and not showing up to do the job? Man, fuck that. I'm gonna need my $88 back from goddamn Groupon. I had to end up finding another carpet cleaner on Thursday through Groupon. But before I purchased that shit, I did call him. He apologized. He came through the very next morning at time. He called me. He confirmed it. He was supposed to be here between 11 and 1. He confirmed it. He called me at 11:30 and said, April, I'm running a little bit behind. And I'm like, you're good. It was still the window time. And he came here and I did pay more, but he did an amazing job. And I was glad that I finally found somebody to do what I just needed. I wasn't asking for much, you know what I'm saying? I was just asking for what I paid for. But this dude just kept dicking me around. I said, you know what? Let me just blow your business up on fucking YouTube about not using any company named R Cleaning that is here in Phoenix, Arizona. Don't, because you'll just get rescheduled, canceled, and no show, no call, okay? So that was my entire week last week. And I know I rambled on for way too long, so I know we all want to get into the real talk. I will say this, my house is decorated for Christmas. My daughters did the outside for me this year. I just instructed Naya and Mumsy what to do, each inflatable, because let me tell y'all something. It is not easy getting old sometimes, or older, okay? When I tell you, for one, I am out of shape, okay? Let's just be for real. I have been doing my walks now, and it's probably like 4 weeks or maybe 5. I haven't been keeping count, but I have gotten out there. Every morning, I bring my daughter Mumsy to school at 7 a.m. Now, the school is like a mile where we live at. It's in Garden Lakes where I live at, but it's still early and kind of dark. So I bring her, and then I come right back home. I drop my car off in the garage, and then I just close the garage and I just start my walk. When I get back home, it's about 45 minutes later. And then Tati's getting the kids ready they're almost ready, and I bring them to school. So I've been trying, okay? No, I haven't done any like exercises. I'm going to start building that into my regimen, but I am out of shape. So when I tell you it hurts sometimes to get down on the ground and bang in these tools and these stakes for these inflatables, it hurts. So my daughters, Mumsy and Nay, they were out there Saturday, and we went and did that. They did that part. And then yesterday, we all went to breakfast at the buffet, Golden Corral buffet. We went there for breakfast. And everything was disgusting, okay? I could have made my own breakfast like I do on the weekends. But we all went to breakfast, and then we came home. You know, I did a couple things around the house, and Nay and Mumsy put up the inside decorations. The one thing that's funny to me, though, is how the fuck are you going to be complaining? They was complaining the entire time, talking about, well, we did this and we did that. Complaining, but I don't complain. I'm the one that does it all by myself every fucking year, and you guys are complaining. Like, are you serious? They did not want to put all my ornaments on the fucking tree. I'm like, nah. Nay's like, oh, it's going to look cluttered with too much ornaments on it. Now, you just don't want to do that shit. You want to give me a half fucking ass naked tree. I got all these ornaments for this motherfucker. I want all of them on there. That's how I like my tree, filled with ornaments. I like it to be filled. You're not about to give me and skimp out on my ornaments and then throw the rest of my ornaments in a box and put it back in the garage. No, I'm gonna need all my shit done right. Kids are crazy because they will complain about anything. You guys got good knees, good arms, more energy, and y'all are complaining about shit that I do every year by myself and takes me longer, and I barely get any help from you guys. Like, no, fuck that. Y'all are going to do this shit, or I'm not going to put it up. I know I did say I wasn't going to complain about any more holidays, but I'm just telling y'all, that's all I'm doing is I'm just putting it out. So now we're going to get into this real talk. I did want to show you guys some things that was sent to me by She Glam. Real quick, because it is a real talk, but I'm going to do it at a later date and time. Hey, we're going to do this real talk, and I'm hungry. I'm starving. So if you need a real talk about your life situations, like how I just had one with the carpet cleaning and the Christmas decorating, you can send me an email to muffinismylovers2012@gmail.com, or you can send it to my other email, which is aprilsrealtalk@gmail.com. Please make sure to put in the subject line real talk. And if you want to change the name of yourself or those who you is talking about, then you can go ahead and do so and let me know so. And on that note, let's get into this real talk. You guys, let's get into it. And thank you for listening to what I had to say. Hey, April. So I have this dilemma, and I really need your opinion on what I should do. My name is... Please, I apologize if I missaid your name. Please forgive me. My name is Lamira, and my name is Lamira, and me and my mother work at the same place of employment, same shift, same building. It's this huge factory where car parts and this particular car brand is made. So anyway, there are a few floors to this building, and my mother is supervisor to one particular department, not my department, because I was not trying to be told what to do at home and at work also. Plus, my mother has been there for some years, April. I mean, years. Me, only a few. But I get along with everyone. However, listen, I'm 25 years old, been working there since I was 21, and everyone is so respectful and gets along. But you know how there is always a bad apple in the bunch. One bad apple can spoil the whole bunch, and that is what it is starting to feel like. So there are some people that do not know that my mother is my mother. They just know her as Vicky, supervisor to another department. So there are a few new people that work there, and these new women are much older than me. When I tell you, it feels like some older women are worse than the younger ones because they like to run their mouths just as much or more. So there are these two women on my shift. One is in my department, the other is in the department my mother supervises. But these women are friends. So when it's lunchtime, like we go at noon, so does my mother's department. So we may go to the cafeteria, which is really nice, or go outside elsewhere. Our lunches are an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm in the cafeteria one day and I noticed these two women sitting, laughing, rolling their eyes at someone that walked in. And I never seen who they was talking about right away. I start listening to what they're saying about this so-called old raggedy ass bitch. I'm like, damn, who are they talking about? And then the woman who's in the other department says, yeah, I don't care, supervisor or not, that bitch Vicky got it coming. She gonna wish I wasn't working here. So then as I look up, I see my mother on the line for food. It took the life out of me to not say anything because I didn't want my mother getting into any trouble over me whipping their asses. This wasn't the first time I heard them talking ish about my mom, but funny how I have seen them smiling and laughing right along with my mother at work. So which is it? I hate fake people and I'm really ready to let them know she's my mother and watch what you say about her. A part of me just wants to ignore them, but they are talking real reckless at the mouth and quite frankly, I'm over it. I need to tell my mom because she doesn't need anyone being fake to her. How would you handle this if you worked with your daughter? Thank you, Lamira. Lamira, and I hope I'm saying your name properly, so please forgive me. Also, please excuse any difficult words that you may not or that I may mispronounce, only because I'm still trying to get used to this my partial teeth. So we got Lamira or Lamira. I want to say it's Lamira, okay? Anyway, we have Lamira that works with her mom at a huge warehouse that just makes car parts and also makes the brand for the car. And I'm pretty sure she just doesn't want to share that, and that's fine. But her mom has been working there for years. She's been working there for 4 years, since the age of 21. She's 25. So she's been working there 4 years. She doesn't work in her mom's department because, like she says, she don't want to be told what to do at home and work. Girl, I feel you. Okay? I feel you on that. Now, Lamira is saying basically that there are two other women that work there. One works in the department with her mom and one works in the department with her. These are older women. And she's also saying how she can't understand how the older women are just as bad or worse than the younger ones because they run their mouths just as much. First of all, let me tell y'all this. I ain't surprised neither. I mean, I was surprised, but nothing don't shock me no more. Because for one, women that is like my age or maybe in their 40s, yes, they be acting just as worse as women that are in their 20s. Like, I feel like when you in your 20s, you still like a young kid. To me, that's in my opinion. And I feel like maybe once you get maybe 26, you should be able to focus a lot better, be more mature, because 20 and 21 is still a very young age. They just came out of being teens. So I guess it basically really matters on who raises you also. But I feel like in their early 20s, they're still learning. And I feel like in 30, you should be, have it all together by then, at least have it together by then. And there are women that are older than me that talk way worse than I do. They're just more reckless. They do the things that young people in their very early 20s would do, and you will be surprised. So, girl, nothing don't shock me anymore. But these two women who she's talking about were at lunch talking reckless about her mom but she didn't know they were talking about her until she realized and looked up and then also heard them verbally saying her mom's name. Now, she said it took the life out of her not to say something. It probably would have took the life out of me not to say something also. But here's the thing. What would I do if I worked with my daughter? The funny thing is I already worked with my daughter, Tati. And I do have a video about the day me and her got fired on YouTube. It was a real talk. So if I remember, I'll definitely link it in this video. This was in the very beginning of me living out here. Maybe I've lived here for maybe 2 years or whatever. But me and Tati worked at this it was called what was it called? something media. What the fuck was it called? But we worked in this building, and it was in Sun City out here. And Sun City is where you have to be 55 and older to live. It's basically the elderly, the older people live out there, and it's very nice and quiet. So we worked in this building. It was on the bottom floor, and to me, I felt like it was the basement, but whatever. And I was the administrator assistant for this particular company. And I started working there on my own by myself before Tati even came along. Tati wasn't even living here at the time when I started working there. She had went back to New York to live. And so this was like the first year of me living here. Okay. This was like probably like year 2, going on to year 2. So I was the administrative assistant of this job, and I had my own office, and more or less I was paid under the table, kind of like. The company basically was owned by 2 best friends, these white guys, Ken and oh my God, what was the other guy's name? I want to say Ken and Bruce. Okay, Ken and Bruce were good friends. Bruce was a drinker. He always liked to go to the bar and find the women. Ken had a wife at home. He was the one that had more of the money, but they both had money or whatever. But anyway, they was probably like in their late 50s, maybe very early 60s, one of them. Okay, they was older, but they was best friends. Okay, they was really cool and shit, right? So what was it called? Something media. So basically what I realized after working there for almost a year is that I feel like they were scamming the elderly people, because they would call their homes. They had like 3 or 4 other people that worked on the floor that would get these leads and call older people all day long and try to sell them grants to improve their home. Okay. And so I would be doing the paperwork, but I started realizing like I was catching on to shit. But anyway, so Tati had came back. She moved back here. She didn't like it there. She moved back here. She was pregnant. She needed a job. I got her a job working with me. So she was on the floor. Now, we was working there for quite some time. And one of the girls that worked there, her name was Ashley. So she was more or less white trash. Now, you know what white trash is. It's just trash. You like trash. I can't really say trailer park trash, because people that live in trailer parks are nice. People could be trash and live in a house, but she was just trash. No matter what color she was trash. She didn't have none of her kids. She was just trash, okay? And then there was this other guy. There was like 4 other people out there. Well, I don't know what happened, but between her and Tati, but Ken had left his office. Him and Bruce had went out to lunch, right? And it was on a Friday. Ken and Bruce had went out to lunch, and he had left the paychecks in his desk. And Ashley had wanted her paycheck. She wanted to know how much was on her paycheck. She wanted to know how much money she made on her paycheck. So I caught her trying to go into Ken's desk. And I said to her, get out the desk right now before I call Ken. She tried to say, well, I want to know what's on my paycheck. And I told her, get out of Ken's desk. You'll find out what's on your paycheck when he gives them out at the end of the day. Get out of his office. And I called Ken and I let him know, like, she's going through your shit. So when he got back, he said something to her about it. He called her in and he said something to her. Well, when she went back on the floor to continue working, she was talking to one of the other workers and called me a fucking bitch. Tati heard her. Tati heard what she said, and her and Tati had exchanged words. She called Tati a fucking nigger. So then I heard it, and the girl jumped up. Ashley jumped up when she heard me come out the office and took off running to the parking lot and got in the car and drove off. I said to Ken, I'm going to kill that fucking bitch. That's what I said to her. So he fired Tati, and he also fired me because he said that I threatened her by saying, I'm going to kill that fucking bitch. But you just called me a fucking bitch out there, and then my daughter said something to you about it, and then you also called my daughter a nigger, and she didn't get fired. What type of bullshit is that? So I did work with my daughter at one time. Okay, Lamira, I'm probably saying her name all different ways. So I did work with my daughter at one time, and you see the outcome of that. So I don't really know what type of advice to give you, but just to keep your head strong and just try to keep it together. Because you know what? There are some real ignorant people in this world that really just are not worth your time and your energy. And I know that it's hard to just hold back, but what I would do is I would let them know maybe like in a regular tone way that that's my mother, maybe in like a conversational way. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? My mom, she works upstairs or whatever. So that way they know, oh shit, if they do have something to say about her, they don't say that shit around you no more. So that way, if you do say something that's your mom, maybe you don't have to go off on them. Now, I don't know, me personally, I'll go off. I'm just, that's me. But you already see how it escalated at my job. My daughter took up for me. And the funny thing about it was Ashley knew that was my daughter because you sit down and you talk to us. You basically, Ashley asked for that shit. How you gonna come out the office and call me a fucking bitch to the other girl? But you didn't even say that shit quietly. You didn't write it down on no. You said that shit loud enough. And on top of that, Tati got good fucking hearing. She hears real well. Trust me when I tell you, she hears really, really well. And for you to sit there and just go back and forth with my daughter when all she needed to do was apologize. But then you want to call my daughter a fucking nigga? Like, and it was a hard ER. Bitch, it wasn't like how we say, what's up, nigga? None of that shit. Even though I don't really feel like that's cool to say, but it was one with the hard ER at the end. And so when I heard that shit, that's when I jumped up because Tati big and pregnant. She about to have a baby. This was in November, okay? My grandson was born in January, so she about to have a baby. And so, but I'm hearing you say the word nigga. Yeah, girl. So as I'm talking to my boss, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna fucking kill this bitch. He was mad with her, but now you get mad because I said, we already know I wasn't gonna kill that bitch, okay? But I might have put these hands on you when I saw you. Maybe, maybe not. Just like I said, some people are not even worth your time and energy. Ashley was younger than me. She was like in her early 20s. So I might have just gave her a pass because at the time I was like 40 something, maybe 41, 42. At the time, I might have really gave her like a pass, you know what I'm saying? Or I might have just gave her ass whooping. Either way, I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people out here are really worth our time and energy. There are a lot of people that just don't have much to lose. And it sounds like these two women that is at your jobs, these two cackling hens, especially the one who said, that's from your mom's department, talk about Vicky's gonna wish that she didn't work here. She's got one coming. What is that supposed to mean? Because I can take that as a verbal threat. I can take that as life-threatening, okay? Personally, to me, that sounds life-threatening. She's gonna wish I didn't work here. She's got one coming to her. You know what I would do if I were you, Lamira? I would go to the higher-ups and I would tell them what I heard these two women in the cafeteria saying about your mom. That's exactly how I would handle it. Now, as for telling your mom, you know, that one right there is a tricky one. The first person that I would want to tell, though, is I would want to tell the HR department, the higher ups. That's who I would want to tell. And from there, I would see what they would say about telling your mom. Because if you tell your mom that, your mom might react in a way that is unprofessional because of the words being used, such as, she's going to wish I didn't work here. She's going to get what's coming to her. Those are very life-threatening words. So I would basically more or less, I would definitely talk to the higher ups, but then it feels like, you know what? Maybe I should tell my mother because you never know what a person is capable of doing. Some people could talk shit like how I talk shit. Like I can talk shit, but I would never kill anyone. I would never unalive anyone because you're just not worth my time going to jail. I'm not about to sit behind bars for anybody. Like, I don't want to be in jail. That shit is boring. Like, how am I going to do wig tutorials from jail and real talks from jail? Like, no, that's not. I probably would get a lot of views, though. I probably would get a lot of views if I was doing wig tutorials from jail or any type of video, but I really just don't want to go there. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I just don't want to. But I would feel like some people are a lot of shit talkers. Like those two women that were talking shit, she could just be talking shit because she was angry. However, there are those who are shit talkers and also are follow-uppers who will follow up on the shit that they talking. So you may do want to warn your mom about certain people, maybe by saying, just watch yourself at work because I am very aware of there are people in your department or in this building that are not too fond of you. So I will watch myself around my coworkers. maybe that's what you may want to say to your mother. You may not need to give her word for word. Sometimes leaving out all of that verbiage is a lot better because less is more sometimes, okay? Less is best, okay? Less is motherfucking best. But I definitely would go to the higher ups and I would let them know what I was able to hear on that certain day while sitting in the cafeteria. Not saying that they're going to harm my mother, but I'm just trying to make you aware of the situation in case anything escalates or pops off. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was kind of pissed when me and Tati got fired from that entire job because I did enjoy going there to work. You know, before then I was working from home for Walgreens and stuff. And I just wanted something different. I wanted to be able to explore Arizona and get out. So that's what I did. And I really enjoyed working there. But then after a while, I started feeling like, are these people really scamming these elderly people that they're calling? Because they weren't calling anybody young. But it was like a great experience for me. And it allowed me to just kind of navigate a little bit better through Arizona and just find out new things. But working with your kids is always cool. You know, I did enjoy my time working with Tati at the place. You know, we came to work together. We went to lunch together. We left together. And it was our time together. And we both got paid. So I did enjoy that time. But the way things escalated at that place of business, it just was taken a little bit out of content. And for me and my daughter to lose our job versus the other girl still had her job, that was like the part that really, really pissed me off. And I wasn't too fond of that shit. Like, you gonna sit here and call me all kind of names you gonna call me out my name and be disrespectful on my race and my daughter's race and then run out the door. Ran out the door, and then Monday morning, that bitch ran to work. She had a job still. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I realized, like, you know, sometimes people are not worth your energy. Some people don't have nothing to lose. And a person like me, I have too much to lose. So I try to alleviate a lot of negative shit out of my life. I try to avoid a lot of drama, a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I try to stay away from a lot of the shit in my life that is just not necessary. And I don't know if that's me building a wall or a shell around myself, but I tell you what, it's me keeping myself safe. And it's also me minding my motherfucking business, okay, that I'm supposed to do. But yeah, Myra, I would definitely speak to the higher ups about what you heard and saw, because you was able to witness it with your own eyes. And I would also warn my mom about her environment. You know, I maybe wouldn't bring in all the verbiage that you heard, because she is going to definitely react in a different manner. But I would definitely just let her know, because you, like I said, you never know what people are capable of. But you guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go ahead to Savers and see what they got at the thrift store. Maybe I can find my daughter Nay a few scrubs that I could just throw in the washing machine real quick for her, you know what I'm saying, to hang dry them. And yeah, it's gift giving season, y'all. So get your gifts out there. Make sure you get what you get and don't make a fit. Y'all can check She Glam out too. Check out She Glam because they have some amazing cosmetics and makeup. And I'm definitely going to be doing a look video where I already did. I'm going to post that this week sometime. So make sure you check it out. But I love you all. Stay diva and divalicious. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Thumbs the video up. Stay diva and divalicious. I know I said it, but I'm going to say it again. Be safe. 'Tis the season, so be jolly, okay? And not naughty. All right. I love you guys. I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.